Well, what the fuck, man? Pale Horsemen, you guys are live right now on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation Radio.
Fuck yeah.
Very cool.
Tell
Thank
us.
you for having us.
You're welcome, dude. Anytime, man. Tell us what's going on. What's going on in the world of Pale Horsemen?
Sorry.
Well,
I think we're having
COVID's kind of put a damper on things over here in the area, and right now we're just kind of we're writing new songs. We've got 2 new songs right now that are about at least 75% done musically, and the album just officially was released a couple weeks ago, and can't really do any shows or anything, so we're writing again.
Holy fuck! So this record just dropped, and you've already got new songs getting ready for the next one.
Yes, that's correct.
Holy shit, man! Well, at least you're staying busy, you know.
Yeah, we have a pretty high output. We write a lot of music, and it's just I guess it comes a little quicker for us than some other people. But not everything gets kept either. So, but yeah, these 2 new songs we have are sounding pretty good so far. I was actually just at our bass player's house a few minutes ago. That's where I'm coming home from, and recording a demo of some updates of my song. I wrote one, and then the other guitarist Eric wrote one. So the one I'm working on, we were just doing a little demoing a few minutes ago.
Cool, man. Cool. So tell us, how long have you guys been doing this? Exactly, how did you get started?
You want to handle this one, Jason?
Yeah, I can take it. So, I mean, I think the band has been around since 2012. They had a different drummer when they started, but the other 3 members, Andre, Eric, and Rich, were the same. They put out, what'd you guys do? 2 records and a split EP without me? Is that right? Or 3 records?
3 full length and a split, yeah.
3 full length and a split without me. I joined in 2016. I met these guys, obviously all kind of in the same, local scene, kind of in and around Chicago, but I've played in a couple other bands and kind of met these guys, through some mutual friends, and they were looking for a new drummer, and it was a pretty natural fit for my style, and we all obviously get along quite well, and just kind of worked. So that was 2016. It's been 4 years since then. We've done kind of 2 records in 4 years and played a lot of shows in the pre-COVID era, if you will. Hoping to get back to that in the not too distant future here. But so far so good. I can't believe it's been 4 years already. So I guess 8 years as a band, which is a pretty long time in this day and age.
Hell yeah, man. So as far as this record is concerned, can you tell us a little bit about lyrical themes and stuff like that?
Jason?
That's all you, Andre.
All right. Well, my stuff kind of deals more with paranormal type stuff. I'm into paranormal, and I was raised Catholic, so I have a lot of creepy Book of Revelations type stuff. And I watch a lot of Ancient Aliens, so I get a lot of ideas from that kind of stuff. And Eric, the other guy who writes the lyrics, the other guitarist, vocalist, he and I do most of the lyrical writing. He likes a lot of kind of ancient history type of stuff, Templars and whatnot, things of that nature. So yeah, we're into ancient paranormal creepy stuff.
Fuck yeah, man.
We try to keep it pretty thematic. I mean, that's kind of there's a certain kind of aesthetic that we're going for, I think, and we try to stick to that to some form or fashion.
That's cool, man. I love Ancient Aliens and paranormal shit and all that stuff, man. Fuck yeah, dude. That's right up my alley, man.
Yeah, I mean, besides the few wackos they have that are always saying everything's aliens, from Bigfoot to the Tooth Fairy, the history that they give and the geography that they give on that show is, I learn stuff every show I watch, it's very interesting to me.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So for all the gearheads out there, I know they're wondering how the fuck you guys get such a heavy tone, man, in your recording process. What kind of gear did you guys use recording this record?
I think this one, I mean, I can Andre jump in obviously too, is specific to the gear stuff, but I think from my perspective, the big difference on this one relative to some of the others is just sort of where we did it. So we did this record at Electrical Audio in Chicago, which, I don't know if you're familiar, but it's a pretty pretty well-known studio. It's actually Steve Albini's place. So we did not record with Steve, but we ran into Steve a couple times, which was pretty cool. But we recorded with Sanford Parker, who's a big, he's a very well-known producer kind of in our circles and kind of local to Chicago. And he's done some, pretty big name stuff. So I think just the combination of really spending a lot more time with the material, kind of, going into the studio, kind of demoing it, just really, sort of taking our time and kind of getting in there. And not that what we did before was not professional by any stretch, but I think this was, from my perspective, this was a huge step up just in terms of the process and obviously the quality that kind of came out of it.
Yeah, the live room there for drums especially is pretty amazing. Pretty much second to none around here, at least. And I think that had a lot to do with it as far as the drums, and then with the guitar and the bass and the rest of the instruments besides the drums, we went into it really wanting it to be a really hefty sounding mix. We even told them going into it we wanted to be really like bass heavy and bottom end heavy, and with Sanford during the recording and mixing process, and then again when we had it mastered, same thing. We wanted extra heavy, extra beefy, extra heft. So this one definitely came out a little more bottom endy than our other recordings, and we're pretty happy with it.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I was blasting it this morning in the car, fucking on the way to work, dude. Just fucking jamming the fuck out, man. I was loving it, man. Fucking. But that's one of the things that I noticed was just how heavy it sounds, and then like you said, the bass, the bottom end of it is really like the drums and the bass and the guitar is just crushing, man.
Thank you. Yeah, and the bass guitar itself, I feel like this record more than any of our previous records, except maybe the split in 2016, you can really hear the bass guitar as well on this one. I think more than most of our other material. So we're really happy about that too.
Nice. So I got some questions for you guys coming in from the listeners in the chat room. Let me see here. Bad Wizard wants to know, what is your favorite place to play locally?
That's a good one. I mean, probably Reggie's in Chicago is one of our favorites. I mean, that's the place that we've probably played the most. And that's kind of the go-to, sort of metal venue in the area. I mean, obviously, the Metro up by Wrigley Field's an awesome venue. That's a great place to play, but it's a little tougher to get on shows there. I used to love playing at the Double Door. Unfortunately, it's no longer around, but that was another kind of personal favorite of mine as well.
Hell yeah. Another question, Thunderous wants to know, how are you guys practicing now?
Yeah, I guess we love playing.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I would just say that we have a lot of local breweries that we like playing as well. But as far as a more professional venue setting, we would definitely be Reggie's.
Oh yeah, man, breweries. Well, that'll bring me to another question here in a minute. But
we're ready.
Thunderous wants to know, how are you guys practicing now with the COVID situation?
The same. I mean, really the same way we did, before. I mean, I think we're all pretty judicious about the whole situation. I mean, I think we're not being reckless. I think we're all keeping our circles pretty small, and mask wearing and all that kind of good stuff. But we've got our own practice room. It's pretty it's pretty nice. It works for us, and so it's kind of controlled access in and out. So it's not it's not like we're sharing it with a bunch of other people or anything like that. So it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, coincidentally, when we just finished the record, that was pretty much right when COVID started happening. After we we're pretty much done with the recording, mixing, and mastering. So we actually didn't practice for about 3 or 4 months, and we happened to be in the studio at that time. So and then COVID happened. So a couple of the guys in the band have young children, and some of us have elderly family as well, and so we took 3 or 4 months off. But now we just started getting together again, and the building we practice in is just pretty good. They have hand sanitizer and it's gloves and masks and everything else, and restricted access. So but yeah, we just kind of started getting back into it, and like I said, just starting to write a couple new songs again now.
Right on, man. Another question, JMCT wants to know, where was the best place that you woke up drunk?
Jason's
wow.
basement.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
Jason's basement, face down in his chair.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I woke up back in the college days. I woke up in a bathtub one time. That was pretty outstanding. That's probably my personal best. Waking up in a bathtub a little bit disoriented and not really knowing what the heck happened. It was pretty outstanding.
Right.
Well, speaking of brews, man, what are some of your favorite? What's some of your favorite beers to drink?
Oh my God, how much time do you have? Our
number one favorite beer to drink is Mashing of Teeth at Sound Growler Brewery in Tinley Park.
We did a collaboration with Sound Growler. We brewed a beer with them when it was kind of after our last record came out, and they've done it several times since. It actually won a gold medal.
Wow.
At one of the big beer festivals. I don't remember which one, but it was one of the big ones. But
I think it was U.S. Open. I don't know what the hell it was.
Yeah, it was one of them. It was, but yeah, it's like their only gold medal winning beer. So they're a great brewery. They're good friends of ours. They've been probably been the most supportive of our band of anyone. So really good guys. But we actually all are big fans of beer. I myself I collect beer kind of. I have basically a climate controlled room in my basement, like a walk-in beer cellar, and I collect a lot of strange rare beers and big barrel aged stouts and things of that nature. So I'm probably a little bit more adventurous on that front than the rest of these guys who kind of stick to their IPAs and go with it. But I'm actually drinking a Phase 3 Brewing Company Adhara IPA right now as we talk. So I like them as well.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, if anybody listening ever is in the area and hasn't checked out Sound Growler in Tinley Park, check it out. And, tell them to make more Mashing of Teeth because it's a really good beer.
That's cool.
They have excellent food there too.
Probably also give shouts out to some of the other local breweries that we play at and that treat us real good. Blue Island Beer Company in Blue Island, Illinois, and also Metal Monkey Brewing in Romeoville, Illinois.
Yeah, it's a bit of an embarrassment of riches with kind of the beer and the brewery scene in and around Chicago. It's pretty unbelievable. There's everywhere you go. There's like great stuff being done.
That's fucking insane, man. So you guys have your own beer?
We do.
We do. It's not available, year round, but they've made it. They made what, 3 batches now, probably since it first came out in what was that, 2018?
Yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah, hit them up on anyone who's listening. Hit them up on social media and tell them to keep making it because we do, and they don't listen to us.
Dude,
it's a very good beer. It's a double dry hopped IPA with Citra. So it's kind of one of the, it's a very, very good, but it's actually, it's pretty drinkable. It's not too, like, what's the ABV, Andre? Like 6 something, I think. It's not anything crazy.
Yeah, 5.5, 6, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So nice. Yeah, it's definitely very drinkable and very refreshing. I could go for one right now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I wish I had one. I would crack it.
Do they ship them out, or is it only available locally?
Yeah, it's only available locally. They're not, Sound Growler, they're not a huge brewery, so they don't. I think most of their stuff is on site and kind of takeaway, but they'll do decent sized batches of it. They canned it and everything.
We can ship some to you. You get beer shipped, don't you, Jason?
Oh, I get beer shipped all the time. I don't think it's a little. It's technically not legal, but I probably just.
Is it temperature control?
I just incriminated myself now. No, it's not. It's.
Okay, well, shit. Yeah, we'll ship you some. You're in the States, aren't you?
Yeah, man, I'm in Tennessee.
Oh, that's nice. Easy. I love Memphis. Are you anywhere near Memphis? Love that city.
Yeah. I'm about an hour away from Memphis.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. Some good breweries in that town, too, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I warned you that we could talk about beer for hours on end. You found the right.
We're all brewery buffs.
Yeah, I'd be remiss without a little plug as well. But I'm actually the part owner of a meadery, which is like flavored honey wine. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it's kind of one of the up and coming things. But it's called Standard Mead in Villa Park, Illinois. We actually just had our soft opening yesterday for the tap room, and so it's going so far so good in the doing what we can in kind of the era of COVID. So I have to get the shameless plug in for that as well.
Oh, that's cool, man. Me and my wife were actually watching videos on YouTube not too long ago about how to make that shit, because I've never actually tried it myself, and I've always wondered.
It's not hard to make. My wife and I have made a couple of batches ourselves, actually.
Yeah, it doesn't look that hard.
It's pretty easy. Yeah, you basically just mix some honey and water and let it sit for a while.
Hell yeah, man. Let me see here. Got another question coming in from the listeners. I guess going back to waking up in the bathtub. Lady Red, Lady Red wants to know, what do you prefer better, bubble baths or hot tubs?
Oh, hot tubs all the way. I love hot tubs.
Yeah, I'm a hot tub guy too there, Lady Red. Hot tubs all the way. I don't even remember the last time I had a bubble bath. That's a woman thing, I think. It's more of a woman thing, I think, with the bath bombs and all that.
Yeah, I'm old and broken down and bad knees and everything else. So yeah, hot tubs are the way to go.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to get in and out of those fucking little things.
And he's the youngest one in the band, so that just tells you where the rest.
Oh yeah, that is true. They're very old.
I'd like to get a hot tub, actually. Thinking about putting one in my garage.
I think Andre's drinking age can legally drink. I think that's how old he is.
I'm way past that, buddy.
Yeah.
Another question. Thunderous wants to know, what do you guys wear? Boxers or briefs?
Thunderous. You know what? This is a good question because I personally wear boxer briefs.
I do too.
Me too, man.
I love boxer briefs are the way to go.
Yeah, right. Straight up boxers. Way too much open space. You need a little bit of support there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
you can't just be swinging all nimbly bimbly from tree to tree.
Boxer briefs are optimal on the comfort chafe ratio. So I think I've done extensive research and extensive study on this topic, and I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to go, man.
Thunderous. I want to know what Thunderous wears with a name like Thunderous. I'm thinking he's a boxer man.
It's probably commando
or woman. You know,
Thunderous. I mean, it's probably commando. I would think that'd be the best answer.
Whoo, man, that's rough in the summertime though, man.
Probably
put some powder down there.
Probably like steel fucking armor or some shit, man. Another question. Lady Red wants to know, who would you guys love to tour with if you had the option to play with anybody?
Ooh, I bet you I can answer this question for both of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know Andre's answer, and I bet he knows mine. So I will answer for Andre. Andre's answer is Godflesh.
And Jason's answer would be Neurosis.
Boom. Nailed it.
Fuck yeah. Another question. How many instruments can you guys play?
0.5.
Yeah, I'm about there myself.
Yeah,
define play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of why I said 0.5. I actually just got a really nice guitar, kind of family thing. I got a nice Les Paul, but I have no idea how to play it. But
I mainly do guitar and bass, but I mess around. I'm not a real musician. I'm just a noise maker. I like noise.
So when you guys are jamming out, you don't jump on each other's equipment and shit and fuck around or.
Not usually, no. And I'm not the type of guy that can sit down and crank out Zeppelin tunes and Beatles tunes and pick up an acoustic and do all that. Our bassist, actually, Rich, he can, though. He's probably a better guitarist than I am as far as that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, he's probably the best. He's probably the best pure musician in the band. I would say. Right. I mean, I've been playing drums since like 7th grade. You would think, and pretty actively in bands almost that entire time. You would think, just by being around it, like you would pick up, some guitar or some bass or something just by being around it all those years. And I like literally don't even know how to tune a guitar. It's pretty ridiculous.
Man,
yeah, I can keep a beat on drums. I could probably play like some Ramones songs or something like that. But other than that, yeah, I can't play. I can't do any High on Fire or anything like that.
Yeah, and we're all. I don't know about Andre and the rest of the guys. I mean, I'm totally self-taught, so I never took any lessons or anything on drums. So it's all just listening to stuff and bashing away in the garage over the years and trying to slowly get a little bit better.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much where we're all at. You know, yeah, I mean, naturally you get some pointers here and there over the years just from friends and things like that, but none of us have really ever taken lessons or have any degrees or anything like that. We're basically all self-taught by ear. I don't think any of us knows how to read music or anything like that, you know, so.
that kind of, it reminds me, I don't know, here recently, you know how Metallica was putting out all these videos on YouTube of like old shows. They showed one from I can't remember what tour it was, but it was where I was watching it, and during Am I Evil they all switched up places, and James Hetfield got on the drums, Kirk got on the bass, Jason Newsted got on the guitar, and Lars Ulrich got on the vocals. And they did Am I Evil, and it was actually fucking badass. Like, it was fucking hilarious, man. Lars was fucking jumping off the fucking drum riser and fucking going all over across the stage. I was like, holy fuck, dude, this is like a totally different version of Metallica that I never imagined. But it was actually pretty fucking entertaining, man.
Yeah, wow, cool. I'm gonna have to look for that. I didn't know there was anything like that around. It'd be nice to see those guys do something different.
They posted one that was really cool of the like the Kill 'Em All era tour. It was like them playing the Metro in Chicago, which was a venue that I mentioned earlier. Just a great place. But that was, I mean, it was probably like, you know, late '80s or something. Mm-hmm. It was, that was a pretty cool one to see.
I will definitely seek that out because that sounds very interesting.
Yeah,
and to see Lars on vocals especially.
I think it was. I know it was a Justice tour for sure, but I don't know. I'll have to try to look around and see if I can find it, man. I'll send it to you guys.
As long as they didn't have short hair and weren't wearing eyeliner, it's probably a pretty good indication. No. it's probably pretty good.
It was before all that shit. So coming up next, like what's coming up next for you guys? What do you guys have planned coming up next? Do you have anything planned, or is it just sort of just see what happens?
Yeah, the couple.
Go ahead, Andre.
I was just gonna say we had a couple of shows planned. Our last show we played was actually on Leap Day, February 29th of this year at Metal Monkey Brewery, and then after that's when all the shit hit the fan shortly thereafter. And we had a couple shows scheduled, I think, in May and July, and they both got canceled. And that's it. Like I said, just because of the pandemic that's going on right now, we really can't do anything but write and maybe record. I don't even know if recording studios are open now. I would assume they are, but
yeah, they are.
we're not at that stage yet anyway. So
yeah, I think it's interesting because I think from my perspective, so you know, been in the band for 4 years. This is you know, it's kind of refreshing in a sense. It sounds a little bit weird, but this is sort of the first time that like we just don't have, you know, 15 things going on. So we've always, you know, I don't think we overdo it on the show front, but we're pretty active. And, you know, you find yourself trying to write new music, and then, you know, you've got a show, you know, 6 weeks out, and then the next thing you know, it's 4 weeks out, and then it's 2 weeks out, and then you're, you know, sort of putting the writing process on hold to, you know, freshen up the set list and kind of get reacquainted, you know, with some of that stuff. And so not having that is, you know, for a short period of time, like it's not the worst thing in the world, because I think it sort of allows you to, you know, really focus on the writing and the creative process. But I think you ultimately, I mean, speaking for myself, I think I'm speaking for the other guys too. I think we all obviously really miss, you know, playing live, and, you know, there's some friends of ours have done some, you know, live streams at empty venues and things like that. So, I mean, maybe there's something kind of in that vein that we can do, you know, between now and the end of the year. But I think, you know, being able to just really focus on the writing part is pretty nice without some of the other stuff.
Hell yeah.
It is nice, definitely having time and not being, you know, under the gun to try and get a set down and practice for a show and everything like that. But it's just a damn shame we weren't able to do an album release show, because that would have been really cool.
I can imagine, man.
Yeah, we'll probably have the next album done by the time we can do an album release show. So we'll do a two album release show.
There you go, fucking double album show.
Right, we'll be you know, almost celebrating our 10-year anniversary coming up pretty soon. So we'll do a 10-year anniversary album release ×2 or something.
I got another question from Lady Red. I guess this is sort of with Halloween coming around the corner. She wants to know, what's the creepiest venue that you ever played at, or did anything creepy ever happen to you guys while on the road?
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, I'm a little stumped. I'm thinking I'm a little bit stumped there. I don't think
any haunted fucking venues or anything.
I don't think so. I mean,
depends who you ask.
Yeah, I mean, so there's a place in Chicago. I actually don't think we've played there since I've been in Pale Horsemen, called Liars Club.
Yeah, Liars Club's supposed to be haunted.
Yeah, that's like it's a place. A bunch of our friends, own it, work there. Great spot. It's actually on. I think it was like the Travel Channel. They had one of those like paranormal, ghost hunter type shows, and they actually did a thing at Liars Club on that show. And that building's been there forever. Supposedly there was like some murders upstairs and things like that. And one of my good friends has worked there for a long period of time, and he's talked about, some weird stuff that sort of happened in the basement with, stuff moving around and, lights kind of going on and off on their own and just weird stuff like that. I personally have never witnessed any of it, but that's, the urban lore is such that, Liars is supposedly haunted. That's probably the best
we've
answer.
Never really had a paranormal experience with the show that I'm aware of, but man, I sure wish we would.
Yeah, it would be
I
cool.
wish I could see some kind of go.
I'm all for it.
Hell yeah, man!
We should start bringing Ouija boards or something when we play or do something.
There you go. That might conjure up something.
Well, apparently we're just not evil enough to summon the
I really tried too. I mean, with the amount of satanic and demonic shit we got in the house. I mean, I got books of demons and satanic Bibles and Anton LaVey books. My wife's got all kinds of serial killer shit and paranormal stuff. I mean, you'd think there would be an open door for these guys to come in and say hello, but nothing. So far, nothing.
They're probably just chilling and enjoying the music, man. This shit's pretty fucking heavy, dude. I gotta say.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah, we've
such a nice compliment.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm about out of questions for you guys. Is there anything else you want to let your fans know?
Just check us out. We got Bandcamp, Instagram, Facebook, Pale Horsemen with an A, not Pale Horsemen, as people often mistake us for. But buy our vinyl. It just came out. It's on Bandcamp. It's only $20, and help us get some money up so we can make another one.
Yeah, and this is Bandcamp's first Friday of the month too, so you guys get 100%, right?
Perfect time to buy. Yeah, right.
Fuck yeah.
And thanks so much for having us on the show, and thanks to Lady Red and Thunderous and everybody else for the questions. We appreciate you listening and taking an interest in what we have to say.
Hell yeah, man. Before I let you guys go, I got to get you to make us a station tag, all right?
You got it.
All right. Whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Pale Horseman, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
Together in unison or one at a time?
Whatever you want, man.
How about, Andre, you say, "This is Pale Horseman," and I'll say, "You're listening to Metal Devastation Radio."
Okay.
Want to do that?
This is... okay. Hey, this is Andre and Jason from Pale Horsemen.
And you are listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Fuck yeah, man.
How about that?
Right on,
That was a
dude.
good radio voice.
Perfect, man.
I got a face for radio, boys.
Let's try it again. I think we can do better. I'll say radio with you at the end.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right, take two.
That's getting tricky.
Okay, take two. Ready?
I'm ready.
Hello, this is Andre and Jason from Pale Horsemen.
And you are listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Fuck yeah, man. You guys want a job?
Yeah, see which one sounds better. Radio.
Yeah, little effect there.
Hell yeah, man. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to blast some more Pale Horsemen for these motherfuckers so they can lose their minds, all right?
Fuck
Thank
yeah,
you
man.
very
Thank
much.
you so much for having us.
Yeah, we appreciate it. It's a good time. Thanks
All
a
right,
lot.
man. We'll talk to you later.
All right,
Okay.
take care.
Cheers.
Stay in touch.
Cheers.
Salute, bye.
There you have it, folks. Pale Horseman live on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation motherfucking radio. Like I said earlier, put your speakers in your fucking windows, put them in your front lawns, put them wherever the fuck you can. Make your neighbors fucking hate you. This is Pale Horseman on the Zach Moonshine Show.